Hey, what's up, everybody on my page? I just thought I would kind of get this out because it's kind of been on my mind since this past weekend. Um, I don't know where to start. I know that I've gotten on like my account, and I know I've gotten on all of my lives, and I've talked about my parents and everything and all that. Don't get me wrong. I love both of them. My mom and my dad both. But what really is bothering me to the core is that, how do I say this? Is that I saw like a post on my dad's account. And I'm not calling any names. I'm not doing not calling any names, not calling anybody out. But what really bothers me is that every single year that same post gets posted, I catch the worst end of it. And what severely makes me mad over it is that there's a lot that my dad has no idea about when it comes to me. There's a lot of individuals that don't know what I've actually gone and had happen to me. But what really hurts me is that I am 30 fucking 3 years old. I am the biological daughter by blood. I was always raised and taught that you stick with your bloodline. But what really gets me is that every single year when this post gets posted and I tell him how I feel as his daughter, as his biological daughter, he takes it the wrong way, and I get personally attacked on. Okay, how do I say this? Yeah, me and my dad have a past. I love my dad. I forgave my dad for a lot. Yeah, me and my dad, we fight, we argue and all that. But I love my dad, no matter what. And I've always, ever since my dad's been back in my life, I have gave him all the chances in the world to develop a father-daughter relationship with me. But when I receive them text messages on my phone over the weekend, for a parent to say that I sit here and put them down when I don't, to sit here and say that I don't respect their feelings and their emotions, that I don't know what they're going through, when it's the other way around. I know what that's like, but I'm not talking about that because that's my own personal daggone info. But what gets me is that every single year when this post gets posted, yeah, it does actually bother me. Because I feel like as his biological daughter, he needs to understand. You have a real live kid that is still daggone alive. She's walking the earth and everything else. My feelings never get actually, brought up in this. It's always about the other person, the other actual child. Technically, that's not blood. I ain't trying to come off as a bitch. I ain't trying to come off as an ass. But when you sit there and you put it into my head, when I was a little girl, that you stick with your bloodline, you protect your bloodline. But when you come at me as your daughter, you text me and say, oh, I don't care about your feelings and your emotions. Where do you get off putting it like that? That's what really makes me mad. I have never, ever in my life, I have never, ever talked bad about you. I have never, ever put you down. I have never, ever looked at you differently. I have been there when you and my mom were not actually talking. I was building a relationship with you as my dad. But for you to say that I don't take your feelings into consideration, that's bogus. And you know that. To say that I put you down When have I ever put you down? I don't know when. But when we argue, I say a bunch of BS out of my mouth that I don't mean. And I've told you this. What really hurts me to the core is that you act like this other person's child means more than your own. That's like you telling me, I think just like a year ago or all that, you tell me that you're my biological dad, that no other man can take your place. And guess what? I respect you on that. I never have disrespected you, put you down, called you names, or none of it. But I feel like as your child and as your daughter, you crossed the line. I have never ever put you down. I have never ever not taking your emotions into all that and everything else that you sent me. The text messages you sent to me really hurt. To sit there and keep pushing me away, and you are in my son's life. I don't want to take that from nobody. Well, you know the other issue, I'm not even going to be bringing all that up, but that's not fair to me. Every damn year, you take it out on me. I have a right to speak how I honestly feel about this. I'm your biological daughter. I'm your blood. I have your DNA. I feel like you drilled it into my head when I was little. I still remember this. You always told me you protect your bloodline. You protect your own blood. I still remember that to the day that till like as old as I am now. But for you to sit there and text me and go off the mouth at me when I was trying to diss whatever, you crossed that line. I was not putting you down. I was not trying to say that I wasn't taking your like emotions and all that. And to say that I've ever talked bad about you, I have any post I've ever posted about my dad has all been positive. But for him to sit there and say that every post I've posted has been so totally bad, no the hell it hasn't. Yeah, there's been posts where I've posted, like, I do love my dad. He's the most amazing, this, that. How is that putting a person down? It's not. It's building a person up to sit there and to see that your own child is telling you, I love you. Thank you for always having my back. Thank you for never ever, being just like everybody else. I have never in my lifetime ever put my parent down, especially my dad. I have always been a daddy's little girl, always have been. And I have given my dad the respect. He respects my boundary lines when it comes to my kid. Why sit there and take it out on me when I was just expressing how I honestly there's a lot about your daughter you have no idea about, because I have not opened up about it. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Me and my dad fight, but we, at the end of the goddamn day, turn around and we both apologize. That's what happens with a child and a parent. You're going to have your words, but you don't mean them. I have said shit to my mother. I've said shit to my father in the past. But I am too damn grown to be disrespected the way that I got disrespected. And I'm just flabbergasted. I feel like my emotions should have been took into consideration. I have never ever talked bad about my dad. I have never ever said something to hurt anybody. I don't want to see nothing happen to both of my parents. I love both of them to the moon and back, but the hell, they drive me crazy. But damn, when your child is sitting here telling you, take her emotions into motherfucking effect, as a parent, respect that. As a father, don't sit there and try to BS me. You damn well know, I have not ever talked bad about you. I have not ever disrespected you. Yeah, we've had our moments, but I come back and I tell you, Dad, I'm sorry. Dad, I should not have brought that up. Or Dad, I should not have da. And Dad, I love you. I have never ever looked down on you. I never have. The past is the past. I learned to basically to let it go. And I have. You are the grandfather to my child. And what hurts me the most, as your blood, as your DNA, the person that brought me here, what hurts me is that you don't consider me. My blood is your blood. My DNA is yours. Because you helped bring me here. But I don't understand where you get off texting me that. Saying I put you down, I talked bad about you. When in the hell ever have I ever put you down? Not ever in my lifetime. I tell everybody all the time, I love both of my parents. God help them. But I mean, God, Dad, what the hell?